All right, we have waited long enough. Let's just go ahead and start our session. And hopefully, the rest of the people they will join us as we move forward in our training. So, again, welcome everyone. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and AI tools. I hope you are all well today. I hope everything is good from your side. Welcome to AI for Legal and Compliance. My name is Michal Al Asmar. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I will be your instructor for today. Uh, some of you maybe already know me from previous sessions. Very happy to see you again here. And those of you who are new, I'm happy to meet you all as well, of course. Um, and very happy to be with between all of you. So I'm Microsoft certified trainer. I've been in this field for 8 years now. You see, I'm an expert in AI and DevOps, working with Azure DevOps, and working on all Microsoft Power Platforms as well. Through all the years, I've gained a lot of experience working with different technologies. Um I have been building experience and with all projects you see that I was in charge of and been a part of. And of course, I am here to share with you all my knowledge and my expertise throughout this session here about legalities and compliances working. How can we add AI to this field as well? So I'm gonna share with you in the chat my LinkedIn profile. If you're on LinkedIn, go ahead, connect with me. This way, if you have any question after the training or anything later, I can help you with, or even during the session, you have any questions of any kind, especially related to AI, I can help you. Feel free to reach out, send me a message, and I will reply to you, of course. All right. So that's that. Let's see. Before we start, there's something I usually like to do in the sessions, or before I start my session. You see, I believe that the key in great sessions is the energy that we have and that we give out in the session. So let me know, guys. Do we have some energy in the room? Are you guys all energized? Are you fired up? Are you ready to start our session, or are you still asleep? Do you need a small push to wake up? Come on, let's see some reactions. Let's see some messages in the chat. Are you all here? Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Are you energized? Are you fired up? Are you ready to start our session? AI for Legal and Compliance. Today we are Thursday, 26th of March. Loud and clear. Amazing. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Doreen. All right, Tiro. Ready to start. Amazing. I see everyone else who did some reactions as well. That's wonderful. That's what I like to see. Okay, guys, now that I am fired up, now that I'm energized, let's go ahead and tackle. Let me tell you first about our objectives. Basically, what are we going to be tackling in this section? So first, we're going to be looking at AI and legal research and document review. You see, mainly how can help HR automate some tasks like recruitment, performance management, providing some insights that will help HR professionals make better decisions, enhancing talent management, and focus on strategic initiatives. You see, we're going to look at compliance automation, how we can work with responsible AI, and talking about governance also. Very interesting. I promise you, it's not going to be some boring lecture about the rules and all the legal stuff that we need to follow. No, not at all. We are going to have a good time. I'm going to give you a lot of example, real life scenarios. We're going to be tackling some use cases together as well, and how we talk about AI for legal compliance policy development as well. So that's something people working in compliance love. I know that from experience. I know many people working in compliance. When I say policy, their eyes just light up. Whoa, we're talking about a policy. Let me hear it. What is this? We're talking about a new rule. So let's go ahead and start tackling our first lesson here, which is AI in legal research and document review. All right, I have 4 objectives for this first module is to understand the role of AI in legal research and document review. Okay, how to explore, we're going to explore how AI tools can help and streamline the legal search by automatic gathering and categorizing case laws, statuses, and precedents. We're going to be talking about how AI can help with contract review and analysis, and how to identify the benefits and the challenges of AI applications in legal work. So, AI plays a transformative role in legal research and document review by enabling lawyers or even by helping them to automate labor law intensive tasks. You see, enhancing efficiency, what else? Reducing the time spent on routine activities, you see, routine activities, and in traditional legal research also, lawyers, they typically spend hours reading the case law, statuses, legal opinions, and regulations as well. And so you see, Grace, increase the volume, can't hear. I think this is maybe from your side. uh, Everyone else, can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me well? Because I'm literally kind of shouting because I'm hyped up. So I think it's from your side, Grace. Maybe you can try to adjust your speakers or to try a different output. Someone else, can you please confirm? Can you hear me well? Am I audible good? Anastasia already said loud and clear. So yeah. All right, let's proceed. So as I was saying, basically, we have a lot of stuff to discuss. First of all, as I was saying, AI in legal research leverages advanced technologies, like, for example, what we call machine learning, natural language processing, and even deep learning as well, to be able to assist lawyers in analyzing, categorizing, and even summarizing large volume of legal data, including statuses, case law, regulations, and legal opinions. You see, this can save lawyers or people working in this field also hours of tedious research, enabling you guys, enabling those people to focus on more complex tasks like maybe case strategy or I don't know, consultation or that. So machine learning is like AI systems that learn from historical data. Like when you have past case outcome or an illegal ruling, for example, to be able to identify some patterns and predict outcomes for similar legal situations. So this assists the people to find relevant case laws, precedents, or statuses as well. You see, AI and document review even uses NLP, uses also machine learning and text recognition tools to be able to automate the process of reviewing legal documents like contracts, agreement, and other legal paperwork. So AI tools, they are used to identify key clauses, to identify legal risks, inconsistencies, or even potential issues that need a human attention, reducing the time and labor required for manual review. I can give you some examples like working with document categorization or even contract review, for example. You see, um, so we have many benefits of AI in legal research and document review. For instance, speed. You see, AI dramatically increases the speed at which legal research and document review tasks can be performed. And also, from the legal research perspective, AI can sift through thousands of legal documents, case laws, and even statutes in a matter of minutes. Uh, Lawyers, they can get real-time access to highly relevant case precedents and statuses as well, which would have taken hours or even days to manually retrieve and analyze. And this will dramatically accelerate the overall legal research process. You see, and document review, of course, to process vast amount of documents, um, talking about accuracy even and efficiency. So basically, the speed at which the AI can process legal information allows the users to deliver faster results to their clients and make more informed decisions quicker. You see, you have intimate access. You no longer need to wait for research to be completed manually. AI enables instantaneous results, especially when working with large volumes of data. Now, there are some limitations, of course. Not everything is made of gold. Every ups has its downs. Like, for example, if you want to talk about training time, you see, to ensure that AI delivers accurate, rapid results, it needs to be properly trained on large quality data sets. Without this, the AI might miss nuanced details that could impact the legal outcome. You see, or if you want to work with some complex queries, even if AI can process vast amount of data quickly, it may struggle a little bit with highly complex or ambiguous legal queries requiring some additional context or human interpretation. You see what I'm saying? But it still helps. You see, like accuracy helps in reducing the human error. Also, very consistent because it follows some presets algorithms that provides consistent and reproducible results, ensuring that the same query always leads to the same results. You see, unlike human researchers who might interpret information in a different way. So, what else? I mentioned efficiency, of course. Cost efficiency is part of it also because, like, it significantly reduces the cost associated with manual legal work, both for clients and law firms, I'd say as well. You see what I'm saying? So, let's have a little look here of a small case, some key functions, like for example, K-law search, case law search. So we have tools like ROS Intelligence that leverages natural language processing to be able to read, understand, and analyze case laws. So by analyzing the language, the content, and of course the legal arguments in case law, AI can provide relevant case recommendations based on specific queries or facts that are presented by the lawyer. You see, how does it work? It will base the tools, it will use an NLP to understand and interpret the legal language in the case file. And when the user inputs a query, the AI will search through a large database of previous legal cases, let's say, and analyze the facts. It will provide the most relevant precedents, and this will allow the lawyers, like, or the user, to quickly be able to find or anything based on what it's trained on. You see, so what else do we have? Like statutory and regulatory searches as well. So AI mainly can have track, categorize, and monitor even statutes, regulations, and other legal codes, making it easier for legal professionals to stay updated on legal development or the changes that happens in law. Uh, like you can scan, AI can scan legislative text, regulatory framework, and even legal codes to be able to detect and categorize statuses by relevant areas of law. So, by continuously monitoring these texts, AI tools, they provide real-time updates when new laws or regulations are enacted. You see, when they are amended or even repealed as well, so ensuring that legal professionals, they all remain informed. It has a lot of advantages. See, like real time, gives real time updates. We have comprehensive categorization where AI can like categorize laws and regulations based on their areas of impact, like labor law, tax law, whatever, making it very easy to locate the relevant legal documents. All right, and what else? We have legal precedents. So legal when we talk about legal precedents, we see here AI helps locate precedents and relevant decisions quickly. Okay, so it plays a significant role in identifying and retrieving the legal precedents that are like most relevant to a current case, helping lawyers like present the most applicable case law to support their argument. And we have also, of course, legal briefing. So basically, when we talk about legal briefing, we're just saying that AI tools, they are capable of generating concise summaries or briefings of long and complex legal text, making it easier for lawyers to be able to quickly digest large volume of information. Okay, it uses tools, it uses AI, of course, to analyze like lengthy legal documents, including case laws, treatises, and legal articles. All these tools, they extract the key points, the legal arguments, and the findings, and they generate a brief summary of the document. You see, that allow lawyers to like quickly understand the essence of a document without having to read it in full. Uh, let's have a look at one use case, for example, AI-powered legal research. So before AI, the advent of AI-powered legal research tools, legal professionals, they had to manually sift through vast volumes of case laws, statuses, and other legal databases to find relevant information. You see, this process involves a significant amount of time, often requiring hours or days to be able to identify applicable precedents, regulations, or statuses as well. And the manual search, it often leads to time-consuming effort, though a lot of risk of missing some criterial precedents. You see, maybe if we have an overwhelming volume Like large professionals, they often face a daunting number of case files and articles, making it difficult to keep up to date with the new legal developments and tracking all the relevant sources efficiently. But with AI will like legal research that's powered with AI tools it transforms this process by leveraging the machine learning, the natural language processing, and also advanced data analytics. And these tools, they are designed to read and understand complex legal documents, helping lawyers conduct research faster and more accurately. Like we have AI tools like Ross Intelligence that I told you about earlier. It allows legal professionals to input queries in natural language processing, in natural language, and think English, for example. Let's say they just ask, what are the implication of breach of contract and service agreement, for example? You see, and the AI will then interpret the query and it will identify relevant case laws, statutes, and legal precedents that address the specific issue. It also enhances document understanding and even gives some recommendations of the relevant results. You see, uh, it's very nice, very straightforward, and has a large impact as well because it provides several important benefits that significantly improve the quality and efficiency of legal research. Like with AI powered tools, we have faster research, right? More comprehensive results. AI search tools that are capable of analyzing vast amount of data and even they are able to help out, like just give out what we need, doing faster research, and even uh, like deliver more comprehensive results than traditional methods. You see, the AI does not just rely on keyword matching, but also considers the context of the query, ensuring that all relevant case laws and legal precedents they are included in the results. All right. I can think of more stuff as well, like reducing the risks of making mistakes, of some missing some critical info, uh, giving some detailed results. You see, many things can help with AI if we use AI. So, AI in document classification and analysis. Okay, that's a very interesting slide. So mainly what we're saying here is that document classification and analysis, we know they are crucial in legal workflows, right? Particularly in tasks such as document review or e-discovery or even legal filing systems. So as legal professionals, they deal with an overwhelming volume of documents. AI is transforming how the legal teams manages and processes the information, making these tasks faster, more accurate, and more efficient. All right. So how can AI help in document classification and AI analysis? We have like three categories, if you want, three ways it can help. First, with content extraction. Well, we have some AI powered tools. They can automatically extract the important and the relevant data from the legal documents instead of manually combing through large volumes of files. I can just recognize key elements like the dates, the names, the clauses, the terms and conditions, and so on, and they can extract them efficiently. You see? Second, we have categorization, where AI-powered tools they automatically tag and categorize the documents that are based on the content, the urgency, the relevance as well. And by analyzing the document's content, AI will assign relevant labels, helping the legal teams to organize and prioritize documents more efficiently. It will use like machine learning algorithms and NLP to be able to analyze the content of documents and even categorize them into predefined categories, such as, let's say, contract, maybe client correspondence, regulatory filing, and so on. You see, the categorization can be customized based on the specific need of the corporate legal team. Okay. And third thing it can help with the redaction. Like the AI tools, they are capable of automatically redacting confidential or sensitive information from legal documents, ensuring compliance with privacy, with data privacy laws like the GDPR and HIPAA, for example, as well. This uses NLP and also pattern recognition to be able to identify like sensitive data, such as the social security number, the government person identifiers, and confidential clauses in documents. You see, once it's identified, the AI automatically redacts or masks the information, ensuring that only the authorized individuals they can access the full document. You see, like for example, in a litigation case, okay, a law firm might need to share certain court filings or discovery documents with opposing counsel, but they must ensure that sensitive client information is redacted. So AI tools, they can automatically identify and redact the information, ensuring compliance with privacy laws and minimizing the risks of human error in the redaction process. You see, we have some tools to help with that, like the Azure Form Recognizer, which is now the Azure Document Intelligence, and we have Microsoft Purview even as well that can help with that. All right. So basically, it has all that AI and document classification and analysis has a large impact where and several key benefits for the legal teams, like faster document review and search, accuracy and consistency, cost efficiency, better compliance, and you see what I'm saying? So you have our automate. You can work also with this to automate document workflows, functions of Purview, Azure Cognitive Search, and so on. Let's continue. And legal risk identification and compliance. Okay, so AI is increasingly used to streamline the identification of legal risks, particularly in high regulated industries. Like legal professionals, they often face complex contracts, agreements, and even documents that need to be reviewed against evolving regulatory standards. AI tools, they help legal teams to mitigate the risks and ensure compliance by automating and enhancing traditional processes. Okay, let's have a look at the key ways that AI contributes to the legal risk identification and compliance. AI helps in risk identification. You see, they can automatically analyze contracts and documents to identify potential compliance issues or non-standard terms that could pose legal risks to the businesses. And by scanning large volumes of text, AI identifies deviations from typical contract clauses, highlighting areas where they may be exposed to risk. You see, we have regulatory compliance as well. where one of the most significant application of AI in the legal field is ensuring the compliance with ever-evolving regulations. And AI tools, they can track changes in the regulations across jurisdictions, and even they can update compliance checklists in real time. So how does this work? Because it scans and analyzes the regulatory changes in real time from a variety of legal sources, like government websites, legal databases, and publications. You see, these tools, they automatically update checklists and guidelines for the legal teams, ensuring that the business remains compliant with new and updated regulations. All right. The third point here would be legal review automation as well. So here we have it. It helps to automate the review of documents for like compliance with the industry standards. Of course, like the GDPR and the Security and Exchange Commission, the regulations for, or like the industry specific standards as well. So by automating this process, legal teams, they can ensure that contracts and other legal documents adheres to the latest standards, reducing the chances of overlooking non-compliance. So how does this work? It uses NLP, of course, and machine learning to be able to understand the legal text and to identify the specific clauses that pertain to compliance um, requirements that we have. And there's a lot of tools that can automatically compare documents content with industry regulations or standards to be able to ensure conformity. All right, we have these examples on the slide. We see Azure AI Search, Microsoft Power Automate, and also Luminance. They can automatically flag terms that deviate from regulatory compliance requirements, such as the GDPR non-compliant clause and vendor contracts, for example. So, in order to work with AI and legal work efficiently, let's follow these best practices. Keeping the AI models updated is essential for ensuring the accuracy and the relevance of the results that are generated by the AI tools. You see, the legal landscape is constantly evolving with the new regulations, with the case law, and the legal precedents being established regularly. Therefore, updating AI models with the latest legal data is critical to maintaining the integrity and the effectiveness of the AI-driven legal tools. And I would say it's very important because the AI models, they are trained on the historical legal data, such as past case laws, statuses, and regulations. And as new laws they are passed and case rulings are made, AI systems, they need to be refreshed with this updated information to be able to provide accurate predictions and recommendations. And failure to update the AI models can lead to having outdated or irrelevant results also, which can negatively impact the legal work and the decision-making process as well. You see, also, do not forget to have human oversight. So while AI is a powerful tool, it's critical that legal professionals, they maintain oversight to ensure that AI-driven insights, they align with their expertise and that it meets the specific needs of their clients. AI tools, they should be viewed as assistants and not replacements of the human expertise. So lawyers, like, they should ensure that the AI findings, they are thoroughly reviewed, and particularly when the stakes are high. You see what I'm saying? So we need to be to work with transparency and ethics as well. It is crucial that legal professionals ensure transparency about how the AI tools they are used in legal practices, especially when you are making decisions that affect clients, for example. Like legal practitioners, they must be clear on how the AI-driven recommendations they are made, especially when you are handling sensitive client data or making important legal decisions. Okay? And lastly, we need to, of course, prevent biases. So AI systems, they can inadvertently perpetuate biases present in the data they are trained on. And this can result in unjust practices, such as discrimination and decision-making processes. You see, a regular auditing of AI models also is necessary to be able to identify and eliminate any bias that may affect the fairness of the AI-driven insights. So, why it's important to have bias prevention? Because my friends, bias in AI models can arise from biased training data, which reflects every existing societal inequalities. For example, if an AI model is trained on a data set that uh, underrepresents certain demographics or legal issues, so it may generate biased or discriminatory recommendations. You see, this is particularly critical in legal work, where decisions they have significant consequences for individuals and for communities. Well, all right. Everything clear so far? Let me know all is good from your side. Let's see, do a thumbs up just to do a quick check. All is well. Okay, great. Thank you. Let's move forward. Our next lesson is about compliance automation. So here in this section, we are going to be aiming for 4 objectives. Okay, first, understanding the importance of compliance automation in legal and regulatory frameworks, learning how AI helps to automate compliance tasks, including monitoring, reporting, and documentation. We're going to explore AI tools that help businesses stay updated on regulations and compliance changes, and how to identify the benefits, challenges, and ethical consideration of using AI in compliance. So we're going to start with a short video as well about the financial world. Basically, we know it deals with a lot of rules, or a lot of risks, and it all changed fast. But so staying compliant and secure can be a big challenge, right? This is where AI and automation comes in. So to help reduce manual work, stay ahead of threats, and meet strict regulations more easily. You will see in this video Microsoft Cloud for Financial Services, what it supports, and how do we work with. So let's take a look.
Financial services is a highly regulated industry, facing accelerated cyber threats, rapid innovation, and ongoing regulatory change. In all of this, banks, insurers, and capital markets firms must continue to manage the operational risks of doing business in a multi-trillion-dollar global industry. Microsoft Cloud for Financial Services helps organizations meet compliance requirements, mitigate cybersecurity risk, and foster resilience and transparency. Microsoft has over a decade of experience addressing financial services compliance requirements, including engaging with regulators around the globe. Microsoft supports financial services organizations directly in their journey with our unique compliance program for Microsoft Cloud. And we continue to invest in expanding our infrastructure and compliance capabilities. With 60 global regions and over 100 certifications, financial services organizations are positioned to meet current and future industry compliance regulations in any market. Microsoft is at the forefront of cybersecurity, safeguarding end users and assets from evolving security threats, with strategic investments in our suite of products and services. With the help of our latest innovations in AI, such as the Microsoft Copilot for Security, financial institutions can better prevent, detect, and respond to cybersecurity risk. Microsoft's comprehensive security portfolio also provides a streamlined and efficient approach across multi-cloud or hybrid environments. All of this is built on a foundation of resilience and transparency. Microsoft is committed to earning and keeping the trust of its customers by providing greater transparency and assurance through our Service Trust portal. And we help organizations manage compliance, shared responsibility, and governance through Azure Purview Compliance Manager. With these solutions, financial institutions can better monitor and mitigate operational risk. Build on a cloud you can trust and defend your institutions and customers from cyber threats with Microsoft Cloud for Financial Services.
So my friends, there you have it. Here you can see how AI for cybersecurity is strong for transparency and trust. You can use it in complex environments also. So it's very important to think about that stuff when you are working with such data. So like Microsoft works with regulators and has 100 plus certifications to help financial firms meet local and global rules as well. So in general, what is compliance automation? Think of compliance like a set of constantly changing traffic rules, you see, and your business is the driver. He's trying to keep track of every change manually, which is exhausting and very risky. You see, this is where compliance automation steps in. It's like having a smart co-pilot that watches the road and alerts you to the changes and even takes over routine tasks like checking documents or tracking regulations. You see, AI makes this even smarter by monitoring your data, by flagging risks, and even sending alerts when the law change. So your team, they can stay focused and they can stay confident without getting overwhelmed. Okay, here are some simple key points to reinforce as well. Why does it matter? Because it helps to reduce the risks, to help avoid penalties and the human errors, you see, and to boost efficiency, like it saves time by automating repetitive tasks. It enables real-time monitoring by tracking compliance changes as they happen, and also cutting the cost, I mean, like we have less manual work, which means fewer resources that are needed. And of course, it supports the GDPR to automate privacy checks and data handling. You see? So, here's some key areas where AI assists in compliance automation, plus a few key points to reinforce. Imagine as your smart compliance assistant that never sleep that I told you about earlier. It's watching over your business in real time. It's flagging risky behaviors. It's keeping up with every regulation update it's reviewing the documents. It's making sure everyone follows the rules. You see, either it's spotting suspicious transaction in a bank or checking if some internal emails they stay professional, or they are making sure that your contracts they are solid. AI handles the heavy lifting so your team they can focus on what matters. It's like having a built-in early warning system and a policy checker that's rolled into one. Okay? Like working with real-time monitoring, will AI flags issues as they happen. It tracks law changes across region. So we have regulatory updates, and also about risk management. It helps because it can predict and help to prevent violations. You see, about document reviews and auditing. So AI can scan policies and contracts for compliance as well. And fifth, we have internal policy compliance. So it checks, it makes sure that the staff, they follow company rules. All right. So let's have another look. Let's have a look also at another video. Before we play it, let's quickly talk about what this is about. You're gonna see how legal teams, they have big jobs, right? And keeping companies compliant, managing risks, reviewing contracts, and advising the business. But the workload is growing fast, and a lot of their tools, they haven't kept up. So this is where Microsoft Copilot 360, Microsoft 365 Copilot comes in. You see, we're going to see in this video how Copilot is helping legal professionals to turn like massive data into quick insights, how to draft documents and review contracts faster, how to find the right info right when they need it, how we can improve accuracy, save time every day. You see, you also hear about a real Microsoft lawyer who shares how Copilot has changed his day-to-day work, especially across time zone and complex legal tasks as well. So, as you watch, a small tip from me, think about where AI like this could help your own team to save time or reduce stress or improve your quality of work. Okay, let's take a look.
Legal departments play a crucial role, from ensuring compliance with laws and managing risk to protecting company interests. However, legal teams' workloads are growing, not just in volume, but in speed and complexity. And unfortunately, much of the technology infrastructure and data has remained siloed for them. Legal teams can leverage AI to reimagine their function and navigate an increasingly dynamic and complex landscape. Microsoft 365 Copilot is helping legal professionals transform vast amounts of data into actionable insights and achieve scale and agility. Copilot connects with their work data and is available in the productivity tools that legal professionals use every day. It assists with summarizing content, streamlining analysis, helping draft clear and relevant guidance, and finding information and valuable insights from various data sources. And you can take Copilot even further with agents built in Microsoft Copilot Studio, providing additional functionality to streamline business processes. By harnessing the power of Copilot, legal teams can enhance quality and efficiency and scale processes like contracts, regulatory compliance, litigation, and advisory services to deliver broad impact. Copilot provides an opportunity to enhance performance by impacting key performance indicators for the business. These KPIs include time savings on content reviews, reduction and optimization of external spend, and enhanced quality and consistency of work products. Copilot can also streamline transactional processes by increasing efficiency, understanding, and consistency of contract reviews. By impacting core business KPIs, Copilot empowers legal teams to drive growth and reduce overall costs while delivering excellent service to clients. At Microsoft, we're putting Copilot to the test every day to bring value for our legal department and make jobs more fun. I'm excited to share my conversation with Anish Mehta today for the inside scoop on some of the value Copilot can offer legal teams. He's a senior corporate counsel on our legal team here at Microsoft. Hi, Anish. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'd love to kick things off by learning a little bit about your role here at Microsoft.
I've spent the last 7 years as product counsel, including the last 2.5 years supporting the India Development Center based in Hyderabad. Being so many time zones away, with the small team, I had to look for ways to work more efficiently.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds like you had your hands full, especially working across time zones. Can you share some of the ways Copilot is helping you and our legal team be more effective?
Copilot helps us to perform various tasks across different applications with ease and efficiency. A common scenario in legal we deal with every day is comparing 2 contracts to analyze and identify key differences. In this demo, I have 2 sample contracts from Contoso. I prompt Copilot to review the 2 agreements for differences in terms and then to display the results in a table for easy review. You can see that Copilot provides a high-level overview of the contracts being compared, as well as a description of the methodology.
So you guys, just 1 second. I noticed that the video is glitching a little bit. So I just switched connections. Hopefully this will be better. I will rewind a little bit so you can get the best of it. All right, and here I have added captions.
This demo, I have 2 sample contracts from Contoso. I prompt Copilot to review the 2 agreements for differences in terms and then to display the results in a table for easy review. You can see that Copilot provides a high-level overview of the contracts being compared, as well as a description of the methodology. The real magic is analyzing the terms of each agreement to identify the favorability by party. I see several clauses that are unfavorable to my client, so I'll use this as a starting point to do a deeper analysis of the terms in question.
Wow, that's an amazing amount of depth in that response. Every time I see Copilot in action, I'm impressed.
Yes, it's a great start for an analysis. Getting a first draft like this can save hours and really speed up the response for our clients who always need things as soon as possible. Copilot also does a great job of analyzing regulations. Say I want to brush up on the details of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, especially the compliance aspects of the legislation. I prompt Copilot to draft a memo about the DMCA. You'll see that Copilot quickly generates an overview of the DMCA as well as recommending several compliance steps for my client. This is a great high-level summary and gives me an excellent starting place to focus my work.
That's amazing. I think other teams across Microsoft have also found Copilot can help them understand the regulations that impact them.
Yes, I'm sure that's true. It's a great resource for explaining complex topics in a simple language. I can even take this example a step further and turn the information I received into a presentation for my client. I prompt Copilot to create a new presentation from a file with the information I received from my previous questions. You can see that Copilot quickly organizes the information, first focusing on what the DMCA is, and then highlighting the recommended compliance steps. This presentation provides an easy flow for reviewing with peers and management. I'll take this copy and further refine it with recommendations, but using Copilot to create this first draft has saved me time, focused my work, and allowed me to spend more time where I can add value with my analysis and recommendations.
That's awesome. And how much time do you think you save every day using Copilot to assist with processes like this?
Well, it depends because the tasks I need to complete vary so much, but there are many days where it can save me hours of time.
Nice. And how are you using the time that you're saving?
For me, it's about providing better advice to my clients. Copilot helps me spend more time on the analysis of the risks at hand, so I can respond with better information and usually faster as well.
That's great to hear. So Anish, given this impact, what advice would you give legal teams looking to reimagine their processes?
Well, I would start with finding ways teams can use Copilot to speed up existing processes. We in legal work together to document prompts and use cases so that everyone on the team can benefit. This approach is really helpful to share quick wins and integrate Copilot into our daily activities, so it just became normal. Once teams get a feel for how Copilot can be used to improve their workflows, they can come up with their own solutions to reimagine their processes. That is the power and beauty of AI. It democratizes the ability to optimize the way you work.
Awesome. Anish, thank you so much for sharing your Copilot experience with us.
Thanks for having me.
For everyone watching, hopefully we've given you some inspiration to leverage Copilot to better deliver advice, manage risk, and help your legal team thrive. To learn more about how Copilot is transforming business processes, reach out to your Microsoft team. Thank you for joining us.
All right, everyone. So there you have it. I'm going to share with you the link in the chat also. I think you might find this beneficial if you want to review the video later on as well. Here you go, you can find it in the chat. Let's continue. Let's move forward. So some tools for compliance automation. Well, as we were saying, think of AI tools as your digital compliance team as well. You can do this. Like always alert, always learning, from watching transactions in real time to updating policies when the laws they change. You see, these tools they take the stress out of keeping up. Imagine you have AI tools like Microsoft Purview, for example, tracking data privacy rules or vigilant watching for fraud even, while others like Power Automate, for example, they handle the paperwork for reports and audits. So it's like having a system. It's like having a system that never forgets, never gets tired, and always flags what needs your attention. This way, you can stay compliant without the chaos. You see, so we work on monitoring with tools like Purview and Vigilant Watch for risks in real time. We track law changes, so you stay up to date with regulation updates. With reporting, we have AI automated reports like SEC filing and audit preps. You see, about learning and training also, we have systems that like Thomson Reuters, for example, that keeps the teams informed. You see, we have Microsoft Purview, Audit Board, Power Automate. These are some example of tools also that you can use and work with. All right. So let's dive more deep also into another short video, which is very interesting. We're gonna be talking a little bit about how we all feel when times of compliance overload. You see, like imagine we have 250 plus regulatory updates happening every single day. It's tough to keep up, right? Especially when teams they are understaffed and they are still using spreadsheets, for example, or manual tracking. That doesn't only like eat up time, but it increases risks and costs. But what if there was a smarter, easier way? You're gonna see here in this video, we're gonna talk about Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager. All right, this is the tool designed to track the compliance posture in real time, highlight which regulations actually matter to your business, sending alerts, help the team take actions, and so on. So let's have a look.
Staying compliant isn't easy. There are over 250 regulatory updates a day. It's hard to know how these updates affect your company. Not to mention that compliance departments are often understaffed and have outdated manual processes, costing your company time and money. But why should the old way be the only way? Introducing Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager. With just a few clicks, it shows you specific regulations that are important to your business's compliance. Continuous assessments help to eliminate blind spots with daily control testing. And we keep you in the know with real-time alerts and a compliance score that measures the health of your company's risk posture. Now, you can simplify compliance management in a single tool that works right out of the box. Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager.
So you see, simple and powerful, right? So we have this tool to see. We can see live compliance score. We can do continuous controlling tests. We can actually have real-time alerts, so we can focus on what matters. You see. So let's continue and have a look at another use case where we're trying to automate regulatory compliance monitoring. Picture a time when compliance teams, they had to manually scan websites, read lengthy legal updates, and track every new regulation, like chasing a moving target with a flashlight. And it was slow, it was stressful, and it's easy to miss something important, right? But now we have AI tools like Axiom, for example, also Axiom, and we have Comply Advantage. This is another tool also. They all help. They act like smart assistants. They consistently watch for regulatory changes and flags anything that needs attention. So instead of digging through data, compliance teams, they get alerts with the info that they need right when they need it. It's faster, it's smarter, and far less risky, right, guys? So before AI, we had manual tracking. It was slow, it was prone to errors, it was inconsistent. But now with AI, we have automated updates plus real-time alerts, which gives us fast responses. You see, we have big impact. It saves time, it reduces errors, it boosts confidence and compliance as well. It is scalable, so it's ideal even for global businesses that are juggling multiple regulations, for example. You see, this is very nice. So, okay, amazing. Love this one. So here I have another short video. How you can simplify compliance and reduce risks with Microsoft 150 plus assessment templates, or even you can bring your own assessment as well. So this is a wonderful video. I'm gonna share it with you as well. So if you want to save it in your notes, you want to check it out later, here you go, and let's play it together.
Thank you for joining our session today to learn how Compliance Manager can help you simplify compliance and reduce risk. With the exponential growth in business and consumer data, in addition to the frequent regulatory changes, it's difficult for businesses like yours to manage compliance obligations in an efficient and cost-effective way. We're excited to announce the general availability of Compliance Manager, our end-to-end compliance management solution that helps organizations simplify compliance, reduce risk, and meet global, industry, or regional regulations and standards. Now let's jump in and show you what our solution's all about. Compliance Manager sits within the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center, which is a specialized workplace for compliance, privacy, risk, and legal professionals. Here on the left-hand tab, you'll find Compliance Manager. You can also access the solution through the Compliance Manager card, which summarizes your tenant's compliance score performance. Today, I'll walk you through the basic features so that you understand how the solution helps manage compliance by recommending actions you can take to comply with industry standards that matter most to your organization. Once we click through, we're landed on the Compliance Manager overview page, where you can easily view and assess your overall compliance posture with Compliance Score. At a glance, this score allows you to quickly understand your progress in meeting the data protection requirements and regulatory standards that matter most to your organization. You'll see here that the majority of the score comes from Microsoft Managed Actions. This shows the benefit of shared responsibility. When organizations like yours move data to the cloud, Microsoft, as a cloud service provider, provides built-in data protection controls in our service to secure the data, while your organization still needs to take some actions to implement effective controls and meet regulatory compliance. That was a mouthful, so I'll quickly break down some terminology before we dive in. A control is a requirement of a regulation, standard, or policy. An action is an activity that helps implement a control. And an assessment is a grouping of controls from a specific regulation, standard, or policy. By default, Compliance Manager gives you a score based on common regulations and standards, specifically the Microsoft 365 Data Protection Baseline, which is a set of controls that includes key regulations and standards for data protection and general data governance. This baseline draws elements primarily from NIST and ISO, as well as from FedRAMP and GDPR. To the right of my score, I can see a list of key improvement actions that need attention. This view shows me the top actions I can take to improve my compliance posture and the resulting impact it will have on my score. Once I take these actions, my score will then update accordingly, and the solution will continuously scan my environment and flag anything additional that needs action. If I want to see my score with regard to a specific solution or regulation, I can use the filter to adjust the summary view based on the regulations and standards I want to track for my organization. I can also filter by solution, such as AAD, AIP, DLP, categories such as information protection or insider risk management, action type, whether that's technical, operational, documentational, assessment group, if that's by business unit or subsidiary, or the year of assessment. For example, let's filter specifically for the EU GDPR regulation. Now you'll see that the score calculation only includes GDPR controls after I applied the filter. The key improvement actions also only show the actions that can help enhance controls for GDPR compliance. The detailed implementation guidance tells you what steps to take and directs you to the appropriate solution. If I scroll down the page, I can also see my score breakdown by category, such as govern information, protect information, and more. This allows me to easily understand the contribution I'm taking towards organizational compliance by category. I can also switch the view to see by assessments. And here I can see my score breakdown by regulations and standards, including GDPR, CCPA, ISO, NIST, and other industrial and regional compliance requirements. Depending on your role, you can use either categories or assessment view. For example, if you're an admin, then you'd likely find categories view that gets you started on the area such as information protection that you might be working on. On the other hand, if you're a compliance officer, then you can quickly find your organization's progress with any given regulation in this assessment view. We currently provide more than 150 assessments, helping you make connections between each regulatory requirement and the solutions that can help you enhance your controls, thus increasing your overall score. So let's jump in and learn a bit more about setting up an assessment. So here you can select from our library of over 150 assessments, modify them to suit your needs, or build your own custom assessments to track what's most important for your organization. This assessments page lists the assessments you select to track for your organization, and your compliance score denominator is determined by all of your tracked assessments. Thus, the more assessments you add, the more improvement actions you see on your improvement actions page, and the higher your score denominator is. Let's click Add Assessment, then choose from our selection of 150 plus out-of-the-box templates, for example, GDPR or NIST 853. In this example, let's choose GDPR. We'll then click Next and create a name for our assessment and assign it to the appropriate group. It's easy to review and create assessment. Now let's drill into our assessment to view control details and testing status. Here I can see all of the control information associated with this assessment, and if I click into the Control tab and scroll down the page, I can select a control family. For example, Organization of Information Security, and drill down into the mobile device policy. And now I can see a breakdown of key improvement actions in addition to all of the actions that Microsoft took to meet this control requirement. I can click in to find detailed implementation notes and test notes from Microsoft. But let's go back and choose an action that's automatically monitored by Compliance Manager, but that my organization has not yet implemented, as shown by a failed test status. If we scroll down the page, we can do some quality assurance and search for failed controls to enhance our compliance readiness. Clicking through, we can see require mobile devices to use a password has failed medium risk test status. On the left-hand side, you can click to see all of the various controls that this action is applicable to across all of your assessments. Again, removing the need for duplicative effort. I can learn more about setting up this policy by visiting the supporting documents here. And from there, I can easily go to the configuration page from the Launch Now deep link and take action right away, which will then drive me directly to the Launch Now page and where I can do my work. Alternatively, I can pick a control that requires an update manually. Similar to the last action we saw, when I click through required mobile devices to wipe on multiple sign-in failures, you can see that there's clear guidance on how to implement the control and the Launch Now link with the configuration page. The difference is that this action doesn't have the automated assessment yet. However, I can edit the status here to update this control status. I can then assign this action to my colleague to help me implement or assess controls, allowing me to collaborate across teams. Once the team has taken action, they can change the implementation status. And if you have other ways to implement this control, you can choose alternative implementation here. Both implemented and alternative implementation will include this action into your Compliance Manager scope. I'll just choose implemented. I can also choose the implementation date to record the date for audit reports. Similarly, once my internal auditors or assessors assess the control, he or she can come into the Compliance Manager solution to mark the test status and the test date. Only actions with the test status as passed will receive points associated with their compliance score. Once I save this update, I can see the implementation status and test status changed and that I received 27 points. I can also upload evidence and other relevant supporting documentation to this action here. Additionally, I can add my implementation details and test notes as a record. Now, when I go back to the overview page, I can see that my score has increased from the action I just implemented and tested. Finally, let's learn a bit more about the solution page. Your Microsoft 365 subscription comes with numerous security, compliance, and identity solutions. With Compliance Manager, we want to make it very easy to leverage these solutions in implementing and testing controls. For each solution, you can see the share of earned and potential points. Viewing your remaining points and improvement actions from this view helps you understand which solutions need more immediate attention and where there remains an opportunity for improvement. Similarly, if you're an admin that manages a specific solution, this view helps you focus on your day-to-day work more easily. Now remember, this initial view and score was based on common regulations and standards. You can make the tool even more powerful by using assessments that are most relevant to your organization. Tune into our other deep dive sessions on creating our out-of-the-box assessments and custom assessments to learn more. Now that you understand how Compliance Manager helps translate complicated regulations and standards into simple language, maps regulatory
All right, guys, so there you have it. I'm gonna leave the links a little bit on the slide so you can see them if you want to take notes.
control.
If you want to take notes. So as you have seen, Microsoft Purview is a compliance manager. It's a big tool, very nice. This center, Compliance Manager Center, helps us to stay on top of our compliance requirements, get clear action steps, how to improve our score, and even track the progress with built-in assessments and automation. We can collaborate easily across legal, risks, and IT teams as well. You see, we have several key things.
Recommended improvement.
Key things we can work with, like tracking the score, smart guidance and automation. You can use pre-built assessments and custom assessments as well. You can work with easy filtering, team collaboration, avoiding duplicate efforts, and so on. A lot of very nice things to work with. You can take a trial of the tool and start working on aka.ms/compliance manager. Okay, here's another short use case about automating KYC. We all know KYC, which is know your customer compliance. So we talk about it's like a persona or that. Imagine the old ways of verifying customers' identities. We used to manually check documents, cross-reference databases, and hoping nothing slips through. You see, it was slow, it was error-prone, it was hard to scale. But now with AI, that's changed. You have tools like Azure Face Service that can now identify and can instantly check IDs, can verify faces, it can flag suspicious patterns as well, all in real time. You see, it's like having this digital assistant that reads faster, sees sharper, and never tires. What are the results? We'll have faster onboarding, lower fraud risk, and even smoother compliance with know your customer processes and AML as well. So AML rules. Now, especially important for banks, fintechs also, or anyone handling sensitive customer data. Now with AI, we have NLP and facial recognition. We can do easily instant ID verification. We can work on smart monitoring also by flagging suspicious activity in transactions. All right. We have Azure AI, for example, to do custom KYC solutions with NLP and machine learning as well. I'm going to share with you also a small video with some tips and tricks on how we can identify faces with the Azure Face service, showing a small demo also on how you can use it. So you do need a license to work with this on this, and you need to be Microsoft managed. This is why I have set up this video prepared to show you like detecting faces and images using AI, identifying some facial features like the age, the gender, and so on. You can easily integrate it into your own apps with an API as well. So as you watch, think about how this could apply to the real world use cases, from verifying identities to adding some smart features in an app maybe. All right, let's have a look. Oops.
Welcome to Azure Tips and Tricks. In this episode, we'll use Azure Face Service to detect the face and facial features. To get started, we need to create a new Face Service resource. Face Service is part of the Azure Cognitive Services. I don't have one yet, so let's create one. Okay, here we go. First, I'll select a resource group. Okay, I'll leave the region as it is, and also I enter a name for it. All right. Here I'll pick the pricing tier, the free one. This is fine for this demo. And finally, I check this box to agree with the terms. Okay, let's create it, and I'll skip to when it is done. Here it is. This is the Face service that we just created. And we'll use the API console to test it. That is this page here. Let's see. I'll select the region of the Face service resource. And OK. Now we should call the right endpoint. This portal is a test portal for APIs. We use this to build and send a request to the Face service API, just like you would do from an application. Let's see. I'll leave all of this as it is. And here I need to enter the subscription key. I can find that in the Face service. That is here in keys and endpoints. Okay, I'll copy this key and that's it. Let's go back and paste the key here. Okay. Now for the request body. I will use this image from Wikipedia. We'll send this to Face service to detect if there is a face in it. Okay, let's try it out. And that's it. It seems to have worked. Let's take a look. Okay, it detected one face, which is correct. And it provides the face position in the picture. Pretty cool. And we can do more. Let's go to the query parameters. Okay, So here I can enter face attributes. This will ask the server to try and detect age, gender, hair color, and more. And I'll also change the detection model, because I know that this particular model can check for all the attributes that I've entered. Okay, let's leave the rest as it is and try this again. Here we go. All right, that should be it. And now we get a longer response from the service. It still contains the face and position, and now also attributes like a low probability of a smile, which is correct. And it predicts that the woman is 23 years old and has no facial hair. That seems about right. What else? She doesn't have any eyeglasses, okay, and her emotions seem to be neutral. I think that is correct. Let's see. Also, she is wearing makeup, and she's not bald and has brown hair. It gives confidence levels with its predictions, like 1.0 or 100% for brown hair color. Very cool. You can use the Azure Face Service to detect faces and facial features just by calling an API. Go and check it out.
So as you can see, you have it very cool, very nice, just with few steps. You can set up the Azure Face Service. You create a Face Service resource in the Azure portal, choose the free tier, add the API key and the endpoint, and then we go ahead and make an API call. So you can see detected one face in the image. It returns the position info. You see it has some attributes also that has been requested and has been returned. So why this is cool? You can detect very simple features, very specific facial features with simple API calls. It works great for apps involving identity, access, personalization, and even more stuff. So Azure Face Service handles all the heavy AI lifting for you. Let's check out another use case, which is AI for auditing and compliance reviews. You see, problem here is that manual audits are slow and are error prone, but with AI, it automates data checks and workflows. It highlights violations, gaps, or even the missing info. Think of traditional audits like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You see, auditors, they comb through mountains of documents looking for issues manually. It's slow, it's tiring, and it's mistakes they can slip through. But now, with AI tools like Azure Machine Learning and Power Automate, the process is smarter and faster. You see, AI will scan transactions, it will scan contracts and financial data all in real time. It will flag anything that is suspicious and even generates detailed audit reports instead of spending weeks digging through files. Teams, they can catch problems early, reducing manual work and scaling audits as the business grows. You see, we can use MindBridge, we can use Audit Board for as an AI auditing platforms. We can use Azure AI and Power Automate for workflows and anomaly detection as well. It will reduce the manual effort, it will speed up the audit, and it will boost accuracy. It scales easily with our business size as well. So, another use case, AI for policy management. So remember, we talked about policy also, especially managing the internal policies. It used to be a slow manual tasks. Compliance teams, they had to regularly check every document and that they hope they didn't miss any regulation change. But with AI tools like Microsoft Purview or OneTrust, that's no longer the case. You see, these tools, they work in the background, watching for changes in laws and automatically comparing them to the company policies. Like if something's outdated or needs reviewing, the system will alert the team. Just that. No guesswork, no scrambling. It helps keeps everything up to date, ensuring smoother governance and reducing the risk of falling behind on compliance. So, with AI tools, they automate tracking and aligns policies to the new laws. You can work with Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager or OneTrust even. All right. Here are some ethical considerations in compliance automation. Basically, using AI can be a game changer, you see, but it also, of course, comes with responsibility. Imagine you're relying on AI to flag risky behaviors or like to approve customer identities. What if that AI makes a mistake, or worse, makes a biased decision? That's why ethics matters. So we need to make sure AI is transparent. It's able to explain its decisions. You see, we must regularly check for bias, protect people's data, and remember that even if AI helps us, we're still the ones that are held accountable. And with the right oversight and tools like Microsoft Fairlearn, for example, or the Compliance Manager, we can build trust in AI while staying safe and fair. You see, I'm talking about transparency, for example, to make AI decisions explainable, bias prevention, to test models to avoid any unfair outcome, data privacy by following GDPR, CCPA, and protecting personal data, accountability also, of course, for that AI it assists, but people, they are still responsible. They are still the ones that are held accountable. You see, we can use Azure ML interpretably. We can use Compliance Manager. We can use Fairlearn to detect biases in AI, and so on. Here are some best practices that we can follow. So always stay updated, my friends. AI must reflect the latest laws and standards. Okay, it is a seamless integration. Like we can sync AI with HR, with finance, and multiple CRM systems as well. As you can see, we need to add humans in the loop. You see, human oversight is very important. So the final decisions still needs humans' judgment. All right, and we need to be careful about protecting the sensitive data with strong safeguards. So we need to protect the data for security. Okay. Using AI for compliance can make life easier. Yes, but only if it's done right. So think of it like hiring a smart assistant. It needs regular training. It has to work well with your existing tools and still needs you to supervise it. So first, always keep it upgraded so it stays in sync with the changing law. Second, make sure it connects smoothly with your HR, finance, or CRM team, CRM systems. Otherwise, it's just more work, you see. And third, don't skip the human oversight. Okay, AI can flag issues, but the humans, they still need to make the final calls. And of course, data security is non-negotiable. So protecting the sensible data, like customer or employee data should always come first. If it's done right, these practices will turn AI from a tool into a real compliance partner. All right. And about this, since we start talking about responsibility a little bit more, let's continue to our next lesson. about responsible AI and governance. So in this lesson here, we're going to focus more on the ethical use of AI, emphasizing the importance of responsible AI practices, governance, framework, and regulatory compliance. Okay, it will guide legal and compliance professionals to ensure like that the AI systems they operate fairly, transparently, and legally, of course. All right. First, let's have a look at the different responsible AI principles. So Microsoft has set for us 6 responsible AI principles. All right, we're gonna have a look and we're gonna discover them. Talk about each one a little bit in this short video. Okay, here we go.
All around us. It's there when you ask a voice assistant to play your favorite. AI is all around us. It's there when you ask a voice assistant to play your favorite song, or when a chatbot helps you with a customer service inquiry. It's guiding you home on your navigation app, and it's even working behind the scenes when your email filters out spam. But have you ever wondered about the principles that guide the creation of these AI systems? How do we ensure they are reliable, fair, and respectful of our privacy? The journey to responsible AI begins with trust, a trust that is built on 6 core principles: accountability, inclusiveness, reliability and safety, fairness, transparency, and privacy and security. Accountability isn't just about creating AI systems, it's about taking responsibility for their impact. Clear roles and responsibilities are defined within development teams and across organizations. Inclusiveness is about designing AI solutions with everyone in mind, ensuring that the benefits of AI are accessible to all. Reliability and safety are achieved through rigorous testing, validation, and continuous monitoring. Safety measures include fail-safes, error handling, and protection against attacks. Fairness is about treating all individuals equitably. Regular assessments ensure that AI systems do not favor any particular group based on race, gender, or other characteristics. Transparency is key to fostering trust. It allows users to understand AI decisions and outcomes. Privacy and security are about respecting and protecting user data. Only necessary data is collected, and users have control over their data. Security measures are in place to safeguard against unauthorized access and breaches. Numerous tools and resources are available to aid in the development, deployment, and advancement of AI. These resources and tools can guide developers through the responsible evolution of AI technologies. They can assist with everything from identifying mistakes and assessing fairness to exploring data and understanding the AI's decision-making process. This ensures that the AI systems are reliable, fair, and transparent. One example that embodies these responsible AI practices is Microsoft Copilot. It prioritizes user data privacy and puts your data under your control. It provides context-aware suggestions, allowing users to understand how it arrived at a recommendation. It aims to assist all users equally and undergoes rigorous testing to maintain reliability and safety. The approach to developing AI is dynamic, not static. Continuous learning from experiences, user feedback, and advancements in the field are integral to improving AI systems and practices. Collaboration and open dialogue with various stakeholders, including users, partners, policymakers, and the broader public, are needed. Compliance with all relevant laws and regulations related to AI is a commitment, along with advocacy for thoughtful and informed AI policies that balance innovation with the protection of users. Developing responsible AI is a process that places high importance on 6 key principles: accountability, inclusiveness, reliability and safety, fairness, transparency, and privacy and security. The goal of these principles is to create AI systems that not only benefit society, but also respect individual rights and values.
All right, everyone. So here you can see, I'm gonna share with you this video as well, because it's very interesting. Maybe you want to see it later also. Let's just copy this link and share it in the chat. All right. Let's do a small recap. All right. And here you can find the core principles of responsible AI that we talked about in the video, different challenges and risks. I'm not going to explain them because you've seen them already in the video and I shared you the link. This is just for taking notes. If you want, take a screenshot. You can check them out also later on. Basically, fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. These are very important, my friends. All right. These are, you will see them in every AI model, in every AI tool that you will be working with. It covers these 6 core principles when it comes to security, when it comes to working with data, when it comes to reliability and getting good answers and so on. All right. We're not just here to talk about responsibility and how to use a responsible AI as well. In our line of work, there's also governance that we need to take care about. So in this short video, we are going to discuss what is AI governance and how does it apply to our daily lives. All right. I'm also gonna be sharing with you the link because it is very useful, so you can check it out later on also if you want to save it in your notes. So let's check out this video together.
Hello, my name is Kush Varshni. I'm a distinguished research scientist and senior manager at IBM Research. I'm here to answer 3 questions about AI governance. Governance is an interesting word. It means control. And if we think back in history, steam engines had this part called the governor, and it regulated the flow of steam, and it was there to make sure that the system remained safe. And when we say AI governance, it's the set of practices to keep an AI system under control so that it remains safe as well. So it includes things like respecting regulations, curating data, and creating fact sheets that explain how the system works. Some of the risks posed by generative AI and LLMs are actually the same as traditional machine learning. So things like fairness, transparency, robustness to attacks, they're all still concerns. But then there's some new ones as well. So new risks that are emerging with generative AI include things like toxicity, harmful behaviors, bullying, these sort of things, right? And then there's also hallucination. So where the model is putting out things which kind of sound like they would make sense, they're plausible, but they're actually factually incorrect. And we've created a taxonomy of common harms that can mitigate these behaviors with data curation, with fine-tuning, prompt engineering. So all of that is really the way to address them. But this is just a starting point. So if we start and think for a second, governments, enterprises, all sorts of other organizations will have additional constraints to build into their LLMs so that they follow applicable laws, industry standards, social norms, and so on. And understanding the models is also quite different because we no longer need to know exactly how the models make their decisions and predictions. This is what we used to call explainability. But now instead, what we need to be able to do is trace an LLM's generative output to the user's prompt or to its training data. So source attribution is the new explainability. Safety guarantees with generative AI are very difficult because there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Every organization needs to define their own values, their own behaviors that they find acceptable and unacceptable. For example, once you know the context of your chatbot's deployment, you can start to reason through the relevant risks. This could involve taking existing policy documents like laws, corporate policies, or other rules and using them as instruction data to teach the model how to behave. And interventions must also be scalable because we're dealing with such large models and even larger data sets. And at IBM, we're designing tools to address the unique threats posed by large language models and other content-generating foundation models. We're also devising new methods to limit chatbots from leaking personal or proprietary data and hallucinating wrong or irrelevant information.
So guys, what's governance in AI? Governance in AI refers to the policies, the frameworks, the processes that guide the responsible and ethical development, the deployment, and the management of the AI technologies. You see, it ensures that AI systems, they are aligned with legal, societal, and ethical standards while mitigating the risks and enhancing the trust. You see, governance frameworks help organizations meet regulatory requirements, risk management, and even promote transparency and accountability in the AI systems. We have some key components about governance and AI. First, we have some ethical guidelines in AI that are essentials and ensures that the AI systems, they align with societal values and they are used in for the public good. These guidelines, they focus on principles like fairness, accountability, transparency, you see, and the respect of the human rights, of course. We have a regulatory compliance also, where AI systems, they must comply with national and international regulations to be able to ensure that they operate within the legal boundaries and protect the individual rights, including privacy and data protection, you see. So regulatory compliance also helps businesses avoid legal penalties and reputational damage. And we're also talking about risk management, of course. So risk management, where AI systems, they can introduce different risks, including biases, unintended consequences, security vulnerabilities, hallucinations, like he said in the video as well, you see, and ethical issues, where effective risk management frameworks, they help organizations to identify, to mitigate, and to address these risks throughout the AI lifecycle. And of course, at the end, you have audit and accountability, where basically auditing AI systems that regularly is critical for ensuring that they remain ethical, transparent, and compliant with the legal regulations. You see, accountability ensures that the AI system's decisions can be traced and explained, making it easier to address any issues that arise. Okay. Here are some key global frameworks for responsible AI. Right? First, we have the OECD AI principle, which stands for Organization for Economics, Cooperation and Development, AI principles. It provides a set of guidelines that's aimed for fostering the development and use of AI technologies that benefit people and society. You see, we have a human-centric AI, of course, also, where AI should be developed to benefit people and promote inclusive growth, ensuring that its impact is positive for society and for the economy. It needs to respect human rights, and it needs to be transparent, inclusive. You see, all of that you have already discussed as well. Talked about the EU AI Act, which is a proposed regulation that is designed to create a framework for the safe and ethical use of AI technologies across the European Union. All right. We also have the IEEE global initiatives on ethics and autonomous and AI intelligence systems, which provides a comprehensive set of guidelines for ethical consideration and the design and the implementation and the governance of autonomous AI systems. And also, and you can see here we have AI Now Institute. So here we have, it provides guidelines that are focused on transparency and accountability and fairness in AI and machine learning systems. The Institute emphasizes the social implication of AI and advocates for policies that address the potential harm. All right. So in conclusion, basically, the development of AI technologies must be governed by ethical principles and regulatory frameworks to ensure they are used responsibly. We have frameworks like the OECD AI principles, the EU AI Act, the IEEE Global Initiatives, and the AI Now Institute guidelines. They all provide essential guidelines for creating ethical, transparent, and compliant AI systems. All right. Microsoft, of course, supports these principles with tools like FairLearn, like Azure AI, like Microsoft Compliance Manager, all that enabling the organizations to develop responsible AI systems that meet regulatory and ethical standards. Okay, my friends. So, as AI users and practitioners, we need to know also how we can mitigate the different AI risks that you might face. So AI systems, while transformative, they come with inherent risk that must be carefully managed. And these risks, they can impact various sectors from healthcare to finance, and they may lead to unintended consequences if not mitigated properly. So we have like biases and discrimination, you have transparency and explainability, data privacy and accountability, where basically like this is where AI presents significant risks, and with businesses like with the Microsoft Compliance Manager or the Azure Machine Learning Interoperability, they can mitigate these risks and ensure that the AI systems, they are ethical, they are transparent, they are good compliant with all the regulations. And ethical AI deployment also should require continuous oversight, adherence to the legal framework, and commitment to fairness, transparency, and accountability, of course, ensuring that the AI technologies benefits society while minimizing the harms as well. All right. So we have also another short video to show you about AI ethics, which what we were talking about, also from IBM Cloud. Let's have a look, and I will share the link with you. Oh, you know what? Since the video is 6 minutes long, I'm not gonna play it. You can, since we still have 6 minutes for our session only. I will let you look at it on your own time. All right, I shared the link on the chat. It's very interesting. Definitely have a look at it. Okay, let's continue with the few slides that we have left. So mainly AI and policy drafting. So this is also important. As we were saying, AI has become an invaluable tool in drafting legal and compliance policies, offering automation, offering accuracy and efficiency. So basically, by assisting the legal professionals in creating, updating, and refining policies, AI helps to streamline the policy drafting process, ensuring that policies, they are comprehensive, they are up to date, and they are legally sound. So how does AI assistant in drafting legal and compliance policy with us? How does it assist us? First, with template generation. You see, AI tools, they can automatically generate policy documents using predefined templates, ensuring that all the necessary clauses and the sections, they are all included in the policy draft. Where these tools, they significantly speed up the drafting process by eliminating the needs to manually start from scratch each time a new policy is needed. So this is very helpful, you see. And second, we have automated clause insertion. Like with AI tools, we can automatically insert predefined standard clause into some policy documents that are based on the specific needs of the policy that is being drafted. This includes clauses that are related to confidentiality, data protection, intellectual property, dispute resolution, and many other things. All right. And how does this add with the legal language generation, where AI systems, they can draft legal language that is precise, that adheres to the legal standards, and is also legally binding. This is particularly valuable for organizations that need to create complex formal documents that must meet specific legal requirements. You see, we can use tools like Microsoft Word, Legal AI, Microsoft Legal AI Toolkit also, so which is very helpful, that works with Azure AI to help businesses automatically generate legally compliant contracts. So, and like we have a small example here, like working with Azure AI Document Intelligence automates legal document generation. We can work with LegalZoom to create policies like privacy policies, terms of services, and employee handbooks as well, which are very useful. Okay, moving forward. AI and policy reviews and analytics. So, as I said, AI plays a transformative role in the review and analysis of the policies, right? Offering us a lot of capabilities that not only enhances efficiency, but also ensures compliance with legal and regulatory standards. So by automating the process of reviewing, analyzing, and comparing policies, AI tools can save time, reduce cost, and increase the accuracy of risk assessment. First, we have clause analysis, where AI tools, they are capable of analyzing the clause in the policies and contracts to ensure that they are compliant with the current laws and the regulations. These tools, they automatically examine each clause, identifying the terms and also provisioning that may be outdated or non-compliant with new legal standards. We also have risk identification, where AI will review the existing policies for potential risks that may expose the organization to legal or compliance issues. All right, it will identify clauses or gaps that could lead to vulnerabilities, such as non-compliance with non-regulations, legal disputes, and so, or even financial penalties. And also automated comparison, where AI tools, they can automate this comparison of like of the newly drafted policies with the existing regulation standards and previous policy versions, to be able to highlight any changes that may affect compliance. You see, this comparison process helps businesses to identify any discrepancy between the old and the new version, to ensure that the updates, they align with the latest regulatory requirements. So basically, in conclusion, AI has proven to be an invaluable tool in the policy review and analysis process. offering significant benefits in terms of time saving, accuracy, and compliance assurance. So by automating tasks like clause analysis, risk identification, and policy comparison, AI tools like, for example, Kira system, okay, on the Azure AI even, they ensure that policies, they remain aligned with the evolving regulations, reducing the risks and improving compliance. The impact of AI in policy review goes beyond automating it. It offers businesses the ability to proactively address the potential risks and ensure that policies they are up to date with the latest legal and regulatory standards. All right, my friends, and with this idea in mind, I leave you with 4 best practices for AI in legal and compliance policy development. Remember, transparency and documentation, integration with the existing systems, regular review and monitoring, and ethical AI deployment. So we have discussed these 4 all throughout our session. I thank you all for attending. I thank you all for listening to me explain our module, our session, share with you all my knowledge up until now. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you benefit. We have reached the end. We're done. Let us know your feedback in the chat. Give us, if you like to say some few words. How was your experience? I hope you enjoyed the training. I hope you found this interesting, especially with all the videos and the links that we have shared with you. Thank you so much for joining. Hope to see you in the future sessions as well. And I wish you a good rest of the day. Thank you for attending. This was your trainer, Michel Al-Asmar, with you. I was very happy to be here. Feel free to send us your feedback in the chat, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.